7:30 on the dot. Boom, we are live. What is up, everybody? Coming in solo tonight. Don't have a co-host. Uncle Donuts is tired. Oh, Uncle Donuts worked real hard today on windows and fucking gutters. Who knows? So we do have a guest though. So here's her intro.
From the steel streets of Detroit to the heart of the airwaves, she's the queen of hustle, the voice of the Motor City, and the powerhouse behind food, folks, and fun. This ain't your average foodie. Nah, she's got grit in her coffee, rhythm in her recipe, and a story for every scar. She's turned radio static into symphonies, built bridges through food, folks, and community. And she's rolling straight into the Heavy Metal Moonshine podcast like a V8 with no brakes. Buckle up, pour yourself a jar, and get ready for a conversation that's equal parts heart, hustle, and Motor City soul. Give it up for Lynn Inmon, the Motor City Mama.
Hello. I don't know if I live up to that intro, but thank you.
Listen, if I got to do one thing right, it's I have to give everybody a good intro.
Well, that was great.
Well, thank you. And the thing is, for me, I have to do better on each one. Mm-hmm. So you can't go half-assed on intros. And
Never.
Never. So, okay. Well, if everybody heard that intro. Hi. How are you doing, Kara?
I'm good. Recovering from the last, 2 months of touring festivals.
Okay, that's good. That's kind of what I think we want to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So, well, first off, let's just we're gonna rate at it. Where did the name Motor City Mama come from? How did you figure that one out?
I was born in Detroit, raised in Detroit, grew up in Detroit. Then we moved out to the country when I was in high school. And I'm a mom. I have a 24-year-old son. So I figured let's just encapsulate all of that into one name. I had a lot of radio names I didn't like that other people gave me. And I thought, nope, this is going to be my name because this is who I am.
Okay. And I can hear the radio in your voice. Like it's very like, did it take a while? Or is that just, did you have to master that? Because it's very radio-y, like it's good. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could be like this and not see you, but not, you know what I mean? It's
I guess I have one of those voices, huh?
Well, yeah. So I think it sounds somebody like that is friends with like my wife and I that I know. And like I could put you two in a like this and I would never know who was who. So, all right. So let's hear about your little tour. So if people wondering, she kind of did like a whole summer little, vacation thing. I don't know like how like she was all over the place, from here, there, and everywhere else. So where did you start at?
I started at the Kid Rock Festival here in Michigan. So it was the Rock the Country Festival, which was pretty badass. I had so much fun. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to start doing more festivals because I can reach a lot of people, pass out my cards, network, get a lot of footage for 2 or 3 episodes and not just one. And then I heard about Hillbilly Jam, and my grandparents were from Maggie Valley. So I spent a lot of time there when I was a kid. So I thought, what, I'm taking this.
You have ties to Maggie Valley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I used to get in trouble so much for sliding down the hills, and I have red all over my pants, and I didn't know that about North Carolina.
From the
great memories.
Right? That's funny. So, how did it feel going back to that area? Has it been a while since you've been there?
Mm-hmm. It was emotional. So I did 4 podcasts on that festival. So I did 3 on Hillbilly Jam, and then I did 1 on Pigeon Forge, Maggie Valley, all the memories I had there. So it was hard to get through it without crying, and that was my most emotional podcast yet. We went through Cherokee, and I actually have family that still live on the reservation in Cherokee. So that would be cool to see, go back down there and meet them.
Oh, okay. Listen, when it comes to crying, you're talking to the world's biggest crybaby. I cried on national TV, you know what I mean? And I'm not proud of it, you know, but like still, like my wife's one coworker, that's how he introduces me to everybody. This is Jason Barlows. He's master distiller. He won and he cried. So, like, listen, you know what? Sometimes yeah, man, that emotion's there. That was raw emotion. So, so you did 3 podcasts out of Maggie Valley, and for some reason, you and Mr. Michael Bowman. No, I'm not trying to say anybody's name, Mr. Michael Bowman. Nobody come over and talk to me at Hillbilly Jam.
I tried to hit up everybody and I just couldn't. There was about half of you guys I did not even get to. I didn't even get a picture with you.
Like, I mean, and I was like, I'm not trying to toot my own whistle or nothing like that. Yeah.
I did get you. I did come back around though and get you at Farm to Bottle though. So
you did. So you absolutely did, which caught me off guard. I was like, okay. So yeah. So that being your first time at Maggie Valley, right? The year prior to that was my first time at Maggie Valley. And it came to me as a friend of ours, Miss Cindy, sent me this thing one time. And it was a video on YouTube or whatever, of the Hillbilly Jam. And I was just like, boom, I saw with copper steel. So I'm just like, right? And no shit, I'm sitting here thinking like, I'm going to go to that. So that next year I went to it. Right. And then I went, but it was right after I was on the show. So I couldn't say anything about winning and all that kind of shit. But that's when I met Michael, down there and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool for me this year to go back and I was like the most important person there. Like,
I totally ignored you.
Everybody did. Don't worry. It's all good. So what was your favorite thing about the Hillbilly Jam? What did you enjoy the most?
I mean, the heat didn't help.
or the rain.
But I have to say, getting on the tour bus and doing the interview with Michael on there was kind of cool. Okay. Just doing an interview on the tour bus. So we were just trying to cool down. And
he was like the main act, right?
Yeah.
Man. Yep.
I'm sitting there with them, and the band's sitting there in the tour bus, and I'm interviewing. I didn't even interview the band, so don't feel bad, because I was sitting on their tour bus with them and didn't even interview them. I interviewed somebody else, and then I left. I look back at it now. I was like, what is wrong with you?
You interviewed somebody else on their bus, didn't even interview them, and then you left. Boom. That's like, you're good.
So don't feel bad. I didn't ignore just you.
Right. Don't feel bad. Okay.
I felt awful. We were just trying to cool down,
Right. Listen, it was so just like, it was very hot and just sticky. We came back the second day after it rained, and at least one box of my shirts were soaking wet from being on the ground. Yeah. So now I got my co-host just decided she wants to hang out. Only time this cat ever wants to hang out with me is when I'm down here.
I locked mine out. He was all over the place in here trying to knock the lamp over, and he got kicked out.
She only wants to rub on you when you have black clothes on.
Yep. Right before you walk out the door.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So growing up in Detroit, I'm just going to go back and forth into some questions here. So I don't want you to get too comfortable in one little subject. Right. We might go back to that there Hillbilly Jam or what. No, actually, you know what? We're going to stick with that. What did you do after the Hillbilly Jam? I know you said you had Pigeon Forge.
Then it was Farm to Bottle, Beattyville, and I think that's it. Those were the 4 festivals I did.
Okay.
There might be another one. I can't remember. It's been like 2 months of travel.
Was there what are the highlights of Farm to Bottle for you? What was that? Like, I know because I was at Farm to Bottle, and that's where you did your little interview with me. So what was your highlights at Farm to Bottle?
I like the classes. I didn't get to sit in on many of the classes, but just being able to learn different things is great. And then the wrestling was pretty badass. I got a lot of great footage from that.
I didn't get to see any of the wrestling. I was hoping to see old Sean Rigsby and Mr. Brown go at it, but I don't know.
They couldn't do it. There was some kind of liability thing.
Yeah,
they needed to
contract stipulations, purely speculation over here.
Yeah, you should have seen Uncle Joey though from the sidelines. He was egging them on. It was great.
Of course, I mean, never. I mean, I could never imagine any of those guys instigating anything.
No,
Uncle Joey, Rigsby, any of them, definitely not.
I wanted to post the footage, but there was so much swearing I couldn't. And my show's family friendly. I'm like, oh, it's such great footage though.
You know what? Just can't you get a little beat button? Me, man.
Yep.
You might take hours of editing, sitting around.
You might not hear any footage at all. You're just a whole bunch of beeps.
Right. Oh man. So you have a radio background, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did that all come about? What did
it was by accident, actually. I owned an event planning business. I did weddings, events, all kinds of different shows, car shows, bridal shows. And I wanted to promote it. And I saw a radio station was offering a very low price to come on their station and promote their business. So I thought, okay, I'll try it. So I went on there nervous as hell, sitting in my car for 30 minutes beforehand because I've never done this before and I'm shy and I don't like it. I don't like talking about myself. And so I went in there. They loved me. They called me the next day and they said, we want you to come back next week and be on the show again. And I said, okay. And then 2 days later, they said, we want you to be a co-host. And I said, well, I didn't plan on going into radio, but sure, I can promote my business and, it's free promotion.
Yeah.
Well, about 2 years later, a year later, they gave me the show. 2 years later, I was station manager for the whole station. They just gave it over to me. And then I started working, that was Worldwide Core Radio. And then I teamed up with Detroit Music Station, started managing their station. And then I met the owner of this network, Darius. And he contacted me about a year ago and said, I'm starting a podcast network and I want you to run it. I want you to be the network manager. But there's a stipulation, you have to do a podcast. And I thought, oh God, I have to be in front of the camera. I'm so scared. So here I am.
Okay. I mean, to just accidentally, go in and record something. And then next thing you know, now they want you. Wow.
I know.
That's pretty cool. That's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You've worked every aspect of the whole entire thing.
Yep. It's a lot of years of hustling, I tell you what, to get my show going, the radio show, to get the numbers it did. And I had 4 million listeners worldwide on my radio show. I interviewed celebrities from Gen X. I loved the Gen X celebrities. I interviewed the stars from Little House on the Prairie, Happy Days, that whole genre. And it was
Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
I used to watch that with my grandmother when I was that's I don't know, maybe 4, 5, something like that. Holy shit. Okay.
Nellie Olson was my favorite. Allison Arngrim was my absolute favorite interview. It was so much fun.
That is so cool. How do you go? Okay. So, from one podcast to another, because I'm new at it. How many episodes have you done?
I think I've only done 12 so far.
Okay, so we're about the same. I mean,
yep.
What advice would you give somebody starting? What would it be?
Be prepared. Honestly, that's the most important thing. Every time I go to any kind of interview or anything, I do my research. I'm not going to walk in and not know something about somebody. So that's probably number one. If you're prepared, it just flows.
It's easier.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So I know a lot of times, I'll get questions and have them ready, but honestly, I don't really even it might be a conversation starter or whatever. Then you just roll off of it like that and be, I'm a shoot from the hip kind of dude.
Yeah.
Fuck being
Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because we all got blooper reels.
Listen, man, mine. I think I have more bloopers than I do the good stuff. So
It's all right.
right, I think it's yeah. So country music too, right? So is that really what the whole radio was?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had 9 different genres of music, and so I did the country and rock stations I managed.
Okay.
So they split up. So it started off in hip hop. I don't know anything about hip hop, and I was interviewing hip hop artists.
Right. So see, there you go. See you've interviewed some cool people. Like that's
backstage after their show or before their show.
The kind of shit. How do I do that? What do I got to do?
So I had to just figure it out. So what I do is I just find these people online, contact their agents, their managers, whatever. I send over a message, send them the link to my work, and either I get a yes or a no. But I've gotten a lot of yeses over the years. And the owner of the network asked me one day, how do you get these big celebrities to do these interviews with you? And I said, because I asked nicely. I don't ever pay them. I want to talk about their career and what they're up to, and they want to promote themselves.
Right. And that's, I think like I've had who are the guys from Poison, the Norman Boss and Pete Epic. They were awesome guests. You know what I mean? I actually got to hang out with them at a concert. First time in my life that I went to a place and there was tickets waiting for me via the band. You know what I mean? I was like, this awesome. So that right there was like a highlight of my life. And I got to bring them moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
So like they had to like come get me. We had to go back out, bring in 9 jars. Didn't even search me again. Like, come up with 9 jars in a thing. You were handing them out. They're all like, it was good. It was good. That was compliments of the interview. Right. So
that's great.
So on a rock or on a musical side, who was your best interview or your favorite?
I don't know music. I've done mostly celebrities. I haven't done a lot of musicians. I record them while they're on stage, but I haven't really done any interviews yet. Okay. I'm hoping pretty soon. We're hoping to get Kid Rock in studio. So that's my number one goal.
Listen, I seen Kid Rock and it was one of the greatest shows I ever seen.
Oh yeah. He's so talented. I had no idea. He got up there and he started playing classical music, and then he switched up to country and rock, and I'm thinking, my God, you're just a mastermind of every instrument there is.
Yeah, and that's what you call a musician right there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody can get up there and just let it rip. So so let's talk about Beattyville now. How was that? Like, was that your first time attending that?
Yeah, I had a blast. I came home with a jar of the junk drawer from Sammy Hatcher. Gave it to me that night after the festival's over.
Oh shit! What is that?
Pretty good.
What's in it?
He said it's a mixture of everything left over, and it's so good. It's fruity. It's got like coconut, and it is so good.
Wait, everything left over
from his other? Yep.
So it's all the jars put into one.
Yep. I'm like, hey, it's delicious. He said he can never recreate it because he doesn't know what's in it.
That's funny. I was sitting there thinking, you know why? Because so when I had come back the second day at Farm to Bottle, and excuse me, I walked over to see where everybody was because they were all camping out back, and there was a table there, and there was probably 20 bottles 20 jars on that table, and I was like, oh man, like there was a lot of drinking going on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. It took me 2 hours to get out of there, thanks to them. So did you have a chance to see, I guess, is there a museum there in Beattyville? Did you go see the
Moonshine Museum? Yep, I had a blast. I'm sorry. Frog in my throat. I got a lot of footage, so I'm doing 2 episodes on Beattyville, and then the third episode will be about the museum, and then the cemetery of Daniel Boone, and all his grandkids are there. So Michael gave me the tour. So it's going to be a whole episode about that.
See, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
See, cool. I like that whole scary moonshine vibe. Like, there you go. That could be another podcast.
Yep.
Listen, ghost hunting, old moonshine stuff. Like,
yep.
And where are you at now? You're in Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
Which part of it up there? Is it cold up there yet?
Yeah, it's in the 40s now, 40s to 50s. So yeah.
We're getting our first frost tonight. So it's deer hunting. Like, I was like this close today. I'm like, man, I'm about like ready to just say in October I'm putting the podcast on hold. Because I got like 60 deer in this building over here. They gotta go.
Yeah. So, they're just waiting for you.
Yeah, tomorrow morning one's done because they're all gonna be running and it's gonna whatever. We're not talking about that. So, you have what is food, folks, and fun? Let's discuss that.
Food Folks Fun. Well, actually, it's Food Folks Fun. There's two different ones. Food Folks and Fun is another network. But Food Folks Fun, we just started in April. Actually, April 1st, we opened our studio. And so we have a couple shows on there. We have a new food show that I'm actually directing and producing and filming. And so I'm like helping my friend do his show. And then we have JB Rick's Review, and he does sports and talks about, and then he has another show and he talks about food and things that are going on in the community. And then we have another show called What's Up Ipsy. The owner of the network, he did a show called What's Up Detroit, and it was on Channel 20 for, I think it's still on there. It was on there for years and years. And it's a huge hit. And then he has a show on Discovery and HBO Max, which is a home improvement show. So he's like in that community. So he has connections, and he's really helped me out. But he has that show, What's Up Ipsy, and I'm also co-host of that show. So I go in the community here and interview the business owners, anything that's going on here, festivals, and so I'm kind of busy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were like all over the place there.
Yeah.
Holy shit. When do you have time for anything else?
I don't.
Right. Nope.
No, I work a night job at a store. And then I also am publishing my second cookbook. That's in the works soon. And I also sell my artwork at a local antique mall. So, yeah.
Artwork. So you do art. What kind of art are you doing? Well, what do you do?
Stuff for the house, just cute little things, signs for the house. But I've done art my whole life. I used to win awards in high school and after high school. And,
yeah. Okay, so can you draw?
Yeah.
Can you paint?
Yep.
Like you can paint with?
And airbrush.
And you can airbrush? Oh, yeah. That's right. Listen. Okay, wait. See, I don't doubt any of that because you've also jumped out of airplanes too.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Now, so the art, that's cool to me. I love anything art. Anything art to me is just like, so I tattoo. So that's why I'm so into art. I've been into art my whole life. My dad was a tattoo artist. I was just upstairs today getting some stuff and pulled out some drawings, man. I was like, man, I should keep doing that.
Well, maybe I should have you give me my first tattoo.
Oh, shit.
I want to get it on my wrist. And of course, typical girl tattoo, I want a butterfly. But the middle of the butterfly, I want it to be a ribbon because I have MS. So I want it to be the orange MS ribbon. And this is very silly. So this is the vein they do chemo in. So I'm kind of wanting the butterfly with the ribbon that like points to the vein.
Listen, what you really should do is just like a little circle where they put it in.
A little target.
A little target. Yes, exactly. A little or like a big glowing arrow.
Yep.
Like, insert here. Yeah. Don't miss. There you go. Don't miss.
Yep.
For a little, they'll be like, what the? Listen, when I go and they see me, because I got tattoos from my head to my feet, and like they look at me and it's like time for blood work or anything like that. And I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like, they're like, come on. It's just a little bit pinch. I said, listen, they're like, you got all those tattoos. I said, I know, but check it out. That only goes in so deep. That's like
that needle goes in deep.
2 layers. Tattoo needles, 2 layers.
Yeah.
At the most. Like, listen, you giving me a shot, you might be like, hey, what'd you say? Next thing you know, it's all the way into my elbow or something. Like, no, we're not playing that. I don't like needles. No, they don't hurt. Yes, it does.
I hate needles.
Listen, when I get tattooed, every part of me moves except for the part getting tattooed. Like, oh my god, my legs are flopping and shit. Like, I hate it.
Scared. I've never gotten a tattoo before. I'm a little scared.
So I will tell you what my mother would tell people. My mother would tell ladies, she would be like, she's like, do you ever cut your legs in the shower while you were shaving and get like soapy water in it? She's like, and it burns. And they'd be like, yeah. She's like, that's exactly what it feels like. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't shave my legs with soapy water, but I know it fucking hurts. And the older I get, the more it hurts. So
yeah. I mean, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, though. I broke my femur one time and walked around on it for a whole week before I finally went to the doctor. And my knee was huge.
And what was you doing to break your femur?
I went out on the raft with my dad. He was pulling the boat, and we hit a wave. And I flew through the air 15 feet and came down on my leg. And the doctor said it was like hitting concrete at 40 miles an hour. It just broke it. Yeah.
So you were tubing behind the boat.
Yeah. I
got knocked out that way.
Oh, no more water sports.
They're exactly right. It was exactly like hitting concrete.
Oh yeah.
My head hit the water. I saw stars. It was lights out, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was yeah. So do you have any more plans for travel? Like, do you have any more? Are you done with your little?
I'm going to the bottle release parties. I think there's like 4 in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, November 7th and 8th. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so that's Tater and Nick. And then I don't know who the second day is.
I have a list. There's like 4.
How do you get this list?
So I need to figure out who. Well, I'm just going to be writing. I told them I am not driving this time. As soon as I get there, I'm putting the keys away because I'm having fun.
How do you get this list? Where do I get this list? I need to get this list. Like, do you have a list of like all of the events that are around? That's who. If anybody out there has a list of the events.
Go to Shonda's page. She just did a video about it.
Why does Shonda have all the information about everything?
I don't know. Well, I wouldn't have it. She's more a part of the community. Listen, I'm a newbie.
Listen, Shonda sent me to you. I had asked Shonda, and she was already doing something or whatever, and she was like, "But you really should talk to Kara." She said, and I was like, you know what? That's perfect because she interviewed me, and I was totally, So thank you, Shonda. She's funny, man.
Yeah, she's great.
She is a handful. Her poor husband.
He loves her. He does not care at all. It's great. I love them.
She's like, he just makes sure I get where I gotta go. That's what I love about him.
Yep. She's been hooking me up with some gummies.
Oh,
and they are good. Gummies. Speaking of gummies, my goodness.
What happened? I don't eat those.
See, I didn't actually hear you say 100 milligrams. I didn't hear that part of it. I just put it in my mouth.
No, Mr. Michael Bowman. I hope he's out there listening because he can back me up on this. That was the first thing I had said. I said, "Hey, you guys want a gummy?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, they're strong, man. They're fucking 100." And he was like, "Okay, I don't care." And you were like, "Yeah, sure." So there you go.
I guess it didn't compute, or I didn't hear 100 milligrams.
So was that the first time you ever taken some that?
Yeah.
How was it?
I was tired. Thank you very much.
Did it help?
It got rid of the pain.
Did you sleep good?
Yeah, like in the middle of the day, I was ready to sleep. I should have waited until that night to take it.
Listen, the best part was I was sitting there talking to my neighbor guy at the booth or whatever. I was bullshitting, right? Da, 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 da. I think it was like 45 minutes after I'd given it to you guys. You guys were both, at first, it's funny because you're both sitting at the booth like all straight up like this, talking, da, 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 right? 45 minutes later, man, you guys were like, slump down.
I was in bed.
I come over, I said, I had to go fucking bust your balls.
Damn you. I had more work to do that day too.
No, listen, Hillbilly Jam. So there was somebody at the Hillbilly. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh my God. There's 67 comments.
We haven't checking comments.
No, I'm totally sorry. Yeah. Let me just, my bad.
Oh, wow,
I'm so bad. I'm bad with comments.
We're just ignoring everybody.
Listen. Oh Lord. And I do it every week, and it's like, you know what, shoot, because you get into the conversation, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, I forgot to turn it on. So keeping up. Yeah, so yeah, we got funny people like Mr. Daniel Stevens in here. He's a good interview. So listen, if you ever want anybody to interview, he's a great comedian. Yeah, he's my number one fan. He's my fan club president. He wears his hair in ponytails if he had it. So what about the food? So out of the places that you've hit, right? Because is food a part of your podcast?
No, I just do. We do have a food show though, and I'm the director for it.
Okay.
And that's fun because like we did a shoot yesterday, and we record in the kitchen and talk to the owners. I'm not the host, I'm just the videographer and director. And then they bring out 5 or 6 dishes, and the host tries each dish, talks about it, and then I get to go home with most of the food. So this is great. He just gives the food to me. And so I volunteer for this show. I get to go home with all this great food from all these restaurants. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So here's a question about that then. So have you ever bitten into something and you were like, oh my God, I cannot be honest and say this is good?
That's why I'm not the host of the food show.
Because you would be like, hey, this is no
like,
bueno.
This is terrible. This is trash. Don't come here.
So listen, if you ever get to drink anything that Daniel Stevens makes, you just tell him right off the bat that it's clean. Wait, I think everybody learned that, right?
Yeah.
Clean's a nice way to be let down. That's what I was doing.
See, I told the host, I said, if it's a terrible dish, just don't say anything about it, because we don't want to give people bad reviews and then nobody wants to book you for your show.
Right.
I said, so you just keep it. I said, if the French fries are trash, just don't mention it.
French fries just
yeah. And I did the same thing when I interview celebrities. I've met a couple celebrities that were complete tools, but I would never tell it to anybody. I'm not going to tell
them.
the
Deal with that? Like, I mean, I know it's one thing, but it's like, I mean, you can only take so much as a person, like before you snap. Who was the hardest one? Well, I mean, I don't know if you want to say names, but what was the most difficult one you had to work with?
Well, I'm not going to say his name, but he's very, very famous, and he's got a very famous tagline. Everybody in the world knows who he is. And I met him at Hazard Fest 2021 or 2023, one of those years. And he was so mean the first day, completely awful. And I just wanted to meet him, get a picture with him. And he was just horrible. So I went back the second day. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was probably having a bad day. I went back the second day. He just loved me and gave me a hug. And I'm thinking, he just needed a My Doll yesterday. He's fine today. He's all right. But
Maybe he just needed a Snickers.
yeah, you know. But I mean, it's been overall, I've had some really good experiences. And I mean, okay, so Fonzie, Arthur Fonzarelli was my crush, right? You can see there's pictures of him right here.
Yes.
Here. So I met him last year and he gave me a kiss on the cheek and I thought, well, I can die now. This is great.
I want the jacket, bro. Give me the jacket.
Yeah. And then I met Tom Wopat, who was my other crush when I was a kid, Luke Duke. And he was calling me beautiful. And I'm thinking, okay, wow, this is like surreal right now.
Like you're I think I seen that. There was a video of that online or something.
Yeah, did you see the video?
Oh, yes.
It's a funny video.
Yes, I think so. See? So is that the other part? Maybe you have to hire some security for when you go to these events.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
No, I'm tough. I'm from Detroit.
Listen, I've been to Detroit a couple of times. My favorite, when I was younger, I was a hardcore Insane Clown Posse fan.
Mm-hmm.
And they are from Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And we went there, like they did a really cool their little Halloween thing in Detroit. Was that St. Andrews Hall. Yeah, that's exactly where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And they covered it with plastic and they also covered it with Faygo. And it was probably like there was probably 3 inches of Faygo on the bottom of the floor.
Yep.
That was one of the best ones ever.
See, I did do a lot of, I interviewed rappers. I don't even know who they are. So when you were telling me about interviewing musicians, I did, but I couldn't tell you who they were. But I will mention one name that she was a complete tool, and I don't care if it gets back to her. Debrat was on stage, and she didn't want to come out on stage because it was too cold at St. Andrews Hall. And she was a complete tool the entire time. She came on stage and then she left. And she didn't want any of us near the stage or anything. And I'm like, wow. It was just, yeah. That was
do they come with like these ridiculous demands?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, so when it comes to these ridiculous demands, you have to like think of like, I mean, is it a lot of it a necessity?
Right. Or they're just being a celebrity, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what like I want all purple fucking Skittles.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, just take a hand.
Who are you?
Yeah, right. Like, listen, if you want them like that, then bring them with you and we'll put them in the bowl for you. How about
right. I could never be like that. If I became famous, I would. I do my own work. I don't have a crew. I'm my own videographer. I've been traveling the country I just hand my phone to somebody and say, hey, take a video for me.
Yeah, but time out now. You did that with me. Mm-hmm. You were like, hey, Michael, take a video.
And then he forgot to hit record.
And he forgot to hit record. So it was, cut. You were like, dude, you didn't. Yeah. Michael, Mr. Bowman, you're out there. I'm just busting his balls. I like him. He's an art guy. He was one of the first ones I met, and he busted my balls from the minute I met him. And when I've seen him, I seen him for the first time at Hillbilly Jam, and he come over to talk to me, right? And he says to me, he says, dude, listen, man, you can't wear them overalls if they're not dirty. I'm like, bro, not everybody has to have dirty overalls on, bro.
Right. They have to be clean at some point. You got to wash them.
Right. That's it. This is my buddy Mike. So out of doing all these different stops, have you learned anything on the lines of moonshine?
See, I'm trying to learn. And I told the guys yesterday, I said, I wish somebody would teach me how to make moonshine, damn it, because I've been to all these festivals. So Jeremy said that he's going to teach me.
There you
So
go.
there we go.
There you
And
go.
the reason why, one of the reasons why I decided to do Hillbilly Jam, well, one was it was in Maggie Valley. And I heard that the moonshiners are going to be there. And a couple of years ago, I heard a rumor that my great grandfather, who was a West Virginia coal miner, was also a moonshiner. So I've been intrigued ever since. So I want to learn all about it.
Now that right there, that's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of those stories are the ones that you want to get. Those are like, oh man, if I see, I think I wish I could be in the North Carolina area. Because like when I was there the first time and just going in up the mountains and checking that out, like the Smokies or whatever it is, like it was so freaking beautiful.
Oh yeah.
That I was, man, I can listen, give me a bow, give me my camo, give me my steels. I'll go into the woods. Nobody has to even know who I am, where I'm at. I'm good.
I'll trade the Motor City for that any day of the week.
All right. So so when it comes to Motor City, is it like, are you like close to the city? Is it hustle and bustle where you're at?
No, I'm out in the country, but I'm about 30 minutes from Detroit.
Okay.
So it's quiet. I don't live in the city anymore. I can't do that. A lot of
neighbors. You don't have neighbors too close?
No, I've got a couple of neighbors and they're old bachelors. Okay, they don't cause any problems.
So this is what you do. You make moonshine, you take them over a jar. Become friends with them. You just give them a jar. Like, oh, I dabble. And then boom, that's it. So you give them one and then it's on. Then nobody ever says anything because they'll be like, hey, what are you doing over there?
Right.
I'm dabbling. I'm getting my dabble on.
Come on over and get some more.
You know what I mean? I think it's a great thing. I think everybody should learn how to do it. I think it's what I tell, like when I tell my son and stuff sometimes, like I can tattoo and I can make liquor, right? Those are like two of the most important things in the whole entire world to everybody, tattoos and liquor.
Right? See, I'm a cook and I make art. So that's the creative part, I guess.
But see, if you have the art as far as brush, like painting, all the same strokes as tattooing. It's just with a gun. And you're hurting people. It's even better. Then you can have a bad day and you
like therapy for you.
So I did that to my buddy Doug. That was the last bigger tattoo I did on somebody. And I actually called him the next, like, I think it was like 3 days later. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, man. He's like, why? I'm like, dude, because I feel like I laid it into you, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. Because I think I got one done on me and it hurt really fucking bad. And I'm like, man, I got to apologize to Doug. Doug, if you're out there, I know you hear me. Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what is it that you want to make first? What do you think you want to make first if you mess
watermelon moonshine's my favorite. But I heard watermelon's hard to work with.
So they had watermelon at Farm to Bottle. Did you try any good there?
No, I didn't. Well, Farm to Bottle, I didn't really drink because I was working so much. Beattyville, that's another story.
Okay. So
fun in Beattyville.
Okay. Oh Christ. Not a lot of work got done then.
No. Well, I mean, it was after work.
Well, there you go. See, there's a difference. There you go.
Yep.
You were still able to work, and then you were still able to.
So always.
Did everybody stay in the same area?
Yep. They stayed at the hotel, and then I had a cabin down the road, so I just went over there and partied with them.
Oh, okay. See, now you're getting into like you're getting into the interworkings of the community. Oh shit. Listen, guys, you can't let her in too deep.
See, I could be a bad influence. It's not all you guys.
Right.
Don't let me tell you my tequila story.
I think you did.
I probably did.
I think it
I did after party.
Yeah. I think it had to do with wrestling or a cage.
No, it was a cage at Peppers.
Yeah,
And,
yes, Peppers. I remember you saying Peppers.
In a t-shirt and a hot body contest.
Yeah,
that was a great story.
Yep. And I was like, well, guys, have fun with that.
Yep. No more tequila.
Hey, the best part was, and then what had happened? I think it was Steel Valley Joe. Steel Valley Joe was standing right next to me. And then you had said tequila. You were like, nope. And then what happened? Boom. Here come a hand flying right across with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like,
nice
what is
try.
it? They were like, tequila. And instead of coffee, like, tequila.
I know better.
Like tequila. That was pretty good.
Yep.
So that was a good moonshine tequila, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was
I didn't try it. I probably should have. I could have tried a sip at least.
It was good. It was good. I think you did. You might have. You didn't?
Did I? I don't know. I did a lot of sipping that night.
Because it was funny as shit. Because soon you were like, no, I don't do it. And then they were like, boom. And you were like, I want to do the little sip just to taste.
I don't remember.
I was like, well, it was probably amongst the 2 hours of me trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
So it's hard though, because like when you meet the people and you actually get to hang out with them for the first time. Mm-hmm. So that was me actually getting to hang out with like Big E's and Joey and all them, and great people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
They're super fun.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely know how to have a good time.
Well, I think I've adopted all of you guys. I'm just part of the family now, so here I am.
I mean, you're just, that's how it is. I guess it's just like, so just imagine being in my shoes. I wasn't in social media or nothing for like the longest time, and then next thing you know, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this guy? Here I am. Hi, I'm coming in. So when I talked to you at Farm to Bottle, you were saying something about editing and getting into all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's that progressed?
It's fun. So I was intimidated. I know all the software for the radio stations. Like I was the one that told or showed other people how to do it. I taught them how to do it. So when I started doing the software for editing for a podcast, oh my God, I was so overwhelmed. And then my engineer sat me down and showed me everything. And now I'm just doing the whole show myself. I record it, do all the interviews and all the editing. So now I'm just a one-woman show. I can travel the country with my laptop and my phone, and I'm ready to go.
Boom. It's like nothing to it.
Yeah.
Right? I'd see coming over here like,
yep.
How is
with
that?
My stabilizer. I love it.
Is it cool to work with?
Oh yeah, so much fun. Because when you're walking, you can like see every step with the camera, and that has a stabilizer in it, so I can just walk and it's like smooth.
I got you. So did you get to meet this guy right here, Mr. Kenny Parker?
I think so. Did I?
I don't know.
I've met a lot of people.
Hillbilly Jam, maybe.
Mm-hmm, maybe.
You see now. Okay, now you can probably contest to this. How hard is it when they come up and they're like, "Hey, I saw you at Hillbilly Jam," and you're like, or you talk to them like they're part of your page, and you talk to them online, and then you're like,
"Yep." Okay, so I'm going to tell you a funny story. We're at the after party for Hillbilly Jam, and Jeremy came over to me and he said, "Hi, Kara," and I just kind of looked at him, and he said, "We're Facebook friends." Like, hi.
Jeremy Stewart, right?
To meet you.
Right.
I met a lot of my Facebook friends for the very first time at Hillbilly Jam because I've been friends with them for years since Hazard Fest. Right. I met a lot of the moonshiners there. And so that I've kind of like followed the community for years. So
Right. So that was my first time meeting Jeremy as well. So and it was like, you know what? He's one of them people though, just like Daniel Stevens is one of them guys. I hate to admit it, I like him. He's okay. Mike Miles is another one. He's my buddy in Pittsburgh. Hey, Mike, Mike likes my thick Pittsburgh accent. So, and it's cool because like it is because the community, it's a little bit more than that. Like, you know what I mean?
Family.
It is. It is. everybody's cool. You know what I mean? There's nobody there for ill purposes. I don't think anybody's undercover. You know,
and everybody was so helpful. Like if I needed somebody to hold a camera, or if I needed to sit down in their tour bus or sit under their tent to cool off, everybody was right there and helpful. And I said, okay, well, I'm adopting you guys.
I mean, I wouldn't know you and Michael didn't come around to my tent.
I totally ignored you. I actually ignored a couple people there. I feel bad. Yep. You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Listen, I'm gonna have to be like next year. I'm gonna have to put up big bucks and be like, I'm gonna just try to get right next to Amanda and do the same thing she does.
Yep.
Right at the front, so you know when you're coming in, I must be a little bit important if I'm right at the front.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I don't have to be right there, but I could be like the front of another section.
And I think one of the reasons why I didn't come up to you is because you were always talking to somebody, and I don't like to interrupt. I always wait until it's like slowed down, but you had people around you the whole time. So
it was crazy, right? It was crazy. Next thing you know, we're not getting into that story again. Mr. Aubrey, you got to watch, because then God, they act like your friend, Mr. James Aubrey. He's a great guy.
I love him.
He's amazing. He's amazing. Look who's chiming in. Is that him right there? Oh, see, he absolutely loved you.
We love you too.
Listen, he's amazing. He's a good dude. But don't give him insider information like, hey man, I like seeing where you sign. Did I tell you what they did to me? I'll tell you real quick, right? So James Aubrey, Mr. Jimmy Crack Corn, signing everything in this like really cool blue paint marker. Everything, you know. And after a while, I walked over to him and hold on 1 second, Dan. And I said, man, dude, I said, I love you signing with that pen. I said, it makes it real easy for me to sign somewhere, because I was using like a copper marker, right? So I'd see the blue, I'd sign right underneath it. So my wife leaves, love it later, whatever, right? And as they kept coming, I kept noticing it just wasn't his signature. It was like a message. He started writing messages because his booth was over here. So they were getting it signed, coming around. And then it finally was like, ha, Jason, just wait. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Right? Like, what does that mean? What's he talking about? So I'm bending down and doing something, and I hear, excuse me. I look up, and this lady's like, will you sign my shirt? And I was like, all right, yeah, sure. And she's like, I said, turn around. She's like, no, they said over there, you got to sign it under the blue.
Oh, no.
She is like, yeah. So then you're like, man. You know what I mean? How do you professionally do this? You try your hardest not to.
Right.
Look, I look over, looking now. Yeah, you ain't sorry. You ain't sorry. Sorry at all, James Aubrey. I look over, they're all like this.
They set you up.
They set me up, absolutely. You're like, you got to get over it, right? So be careful. He's a sly one.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, what else do we got here? Let's go. So out of the 2 or 3 that you've been to, are you attending them again next year?
Yep.
The same ones?
Yep. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, look, see, autograph.
In fact, the Hillbilly Jam, I don't know if you heard about the charter bus. We're doing a moonshiner tour from Michigan all the way to Maggie Valley. And we're making 5 stops on the way. We're picking up moonshiners along the way. And I've already contacted the Discovery Channel to see if they will turn it into a docuseries. So that's what I'm planning.
Is there going to be moonshine?
Yeah.
Can I provide some?
We're not driving. That's why we're getting a bus.
Drive us, and we're just
yep.
Yeah, like everybody.
Yep.
Oh,
It
Lord.
holds 56 people.
What?
So we're going to be starting here in Michigan, and then we're going to go to, I need to find the exact stops. We're going to go to, I believe, Cincinnati, Georgia, Tennessee, and then stop in Maggie Valley at the end.
Holy shit. And like just one stop.
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Well, it's probably 2 days to get down there because we'll stop the first night and then head into Maggie Valley. So, yeah, it's going to be a big production, and I've got a lot of planning to do. So I've got to find sponsors that'll pay for the charter bus or have everybody pay for their tickets. But I'd like to find sponsors to where we can, put their names on the TVs inside the charter bus and promote them. And so I'm working on it.
See what it costs. I'd like to wrap that whole entire bus in a heavy metal moonshine logo.
Right. That would be great.
We rip all the way down there, boy. Hey, just imagine that shit rolling up there down there, North Carolina.
It's going to be the ultimate party bus. I'm so excited.
It'd be looking like that to have that come pulling in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
here comes the shenanigans.
Oh, good Lord. Some fake legs and everything. I mean,
God, yep.
That's right.
That's a weapon.
It is foam, right? So the shenanigans don't stop. So have you been to like Gatlinburg as well?
Mm-hmm. I just stopped in there and just driving through, but I need to really spend some time down there. And so that's next summer. I'm going to be traveling a lot more.
Okay. Well, hopefully I don't know who knows when they put it out, but it's not going to be there. 2 trees, hopefully. Real, but whatever. Yeah, that would have been nice to have it, Gatlinburg, man, Hillbilly Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Down there, you got your face on a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
Listen, so when I do my bottle drop, if it ever happens, I want the biggest production I can make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna even try to get Daniel Stevens in a goddamn suit.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me know when it is. I'll do some promo for you. I'll come down there and cover it.
Hey, by then you'll be able to edit. You'll be the head of that next too.
Yep. Well, I am now, so I'm ready to go.
Right, man. See, and it's quick. Like I guess you like doing that aspect of it, like the editing. See, that to me is
I have a vision for my show, and my podcast isn't like what it used to be. I would sit in the studio and interview people, and there's no editing. You just put it on. Right. But what I'm doing is I'm creating like little mini movies every week. So there's a lot of editing. And I have like the music and the commentary and pictures and videos, and it's turned into something different. So it's not a regular podcast. It's a lot of fun though.
Right. So how did you, and you have no like no editing background, like and you're just going for
it. Teach me. I'll learn anything.
Right. And are you liking this part of it though? Is what I'm saying, out of all the whole radio and podcast and all this video stuff you do, like
I love it. Well, my dad was a photographer, so I've taken pictures since I was a little girl. And then when Instagram came about and I learned how to edit, then I've just been obsessed with it ever since. And I took pictures of my son's baseball teams through the years, and I would post like black and white pictures of his team for all the parents to see and share. And so it just came about, and I think it's perfect for this podcast. And I don't want to have a photographer to come out with me and hire a videographer. I'd rather just do it all myself.
Yeah, because then that's just somebody else, that's just one more of these that's got proof of what you did.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want another point of view. I have a vision for every show, so I don't need another opinion.
Listen, You're crazy. You were out of control. You were. I was totally playing. Totally playing. I don't think I met anybody out of control yet. You know,
No, me neither.
yeah, but out of control, no, man. Farm to Bottle was probably one of the most chill vibes out of everybody. You know, what's up, Tater? I know we got my brother in the house. Look, everybody loves today. My brother, Mr. Benny McClure. He has a bottle release coming up, right? We were talking about that. When is his coming up? She knows.
Shonda would know.
You know. It's the 8th, ain't it?
Is it the 8th? Okay. See, I need to start a list so I know exactly whose is what date.
Tater, when is your release? I think it's November 8th. It's a 2-day thing, right? I don't know. We'll see what he says. We'll see what he says. Here's my brother, right? Listen, keep your mouth quiet, Nello, or I'll ban you. See, that's what you can say when you're on the other side.
Well, yeah, keyboard warrior.
I can still run faster. See that? Boom, November 8th.
Okay.
Boom. If I can get out there, I'm gonna go. Honestly, I think if I can, you know, somebody give me the best advice, man. If you fade away, you fade away, right? So you got to stay in that eye. And I want to see what he made. I've never been to a bottle release, and I figure why not go to his?
I've never been either, and I've been wanting to go to Sugarlands anyway, so why not?
Right.
Keep the tour going. I'm not working that weekend though. I'll take some footage, but I'm gonna have fun.
Man, I wonder if I can get an autographed bottle.
Hey, Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey, listen, Uncle Joey's great too.
I couldn't use your footage from the wrestling from the last show, but it's great footage. I'll send it to you.
I made Uncle Joey into a cartoon. Yeah. ChatGPT's great, man.
Oh, I love it.
For cartooning, it's amazing. It is.
I put a cartoon, or I tried to make a cartoon of my face, and I looked like I was 85 years old. They put so many wrinkles on my face. I'm thinking, I look kind of young. You know, I'm 46. I think I look young.
Okay, so here. So did you see he was a photographer? All right, I came out good, he said. Well, all right. What? Oh, snap! It came out good. I can't wait to try it. That's for sure. So at Maggie Valley, there was a photographer. His name was Bruno Lenz. Did you get to see him or talk to him at all? No. So he is taking pictures of some like really wild shit, and he has some really cool pictures. And in the book that he had with him, actually had Panhead and Diddle was in the book.
Oh wow. And
the dude does all black and white. So he had pulled me to the side and he's like, hey, let me take your picture. You know, I'm like, hey, he's like, no, just give me a serious look. And I just give me a serious look. And that's the picture he gave me back. And holy shit, I look like I'm like 1,000. Like I already look older than dirt now, but like I was like, God damn, dude, I looked old as shit. Right? Holy fuck.
Edit, please edit.
It was bad, man. Like I look definitely 100 more years older. You know,
so depressing.
Right. But it is what it is. But they might want to look up his stuff, man. He does some really cool stuff if you're into that. But you're freaking busy with everything else you're doing. Man, listen. So it was good talking to you. It was we're over an hour, so I know you got stuff to do. I got stuff to do.
Well, thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. Where can everybody find you at?
You could go to motorcitymama.com or foodfolksfun.com. And my podcast is streaming on YouTube and iHeart, all of the streaming networks. You can find Motor City Mama Show.
Okay. Motor City Mama.
Spotify.
It was good having you. Thank you for being a guest. Yeah, so next year, if you see me at Hillbilly Jam, you better come over.
I'll come over, I promise.
you should do a live podcast from Hillbilly Jam, and then have it do a live, and then have someone record you doing a live.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
By that time, you'll have like a full freaking production crew.
Oh yeah.
You'll be editing
No,
on.
I'll leave them at home. Go by myself.
That's it. You'll have a good time. It's fun, Donna. You know that.
Yeah.
Maybe by then. So how about this? We'll do this. If I see you next year at Hillbilly Jam, you better have a jar.
Oh yeah.
Listen, you gotta have one with my name on it, and I'll give you a jar. I'll taste yours and see what you're working with. So that gives you about a year.
Okay, I got to get to work and learn how to do this.
You better get on Mr. Jeremy and be like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Got here. Maybe hey, pick a flavor. We'll do it. So whatever
Okay.
you know, think about it.
Okay, deal. It's on.
Good talking to you.
You too.
And I will talk to you soon. Probably. Hey, you never know. I think OBX is next. See, you cut yours off too soon. If there's anything left down there. Bad. All right, girl. Hey, you have a good night. It was good talking to you.
You too. Thank you.
Later. Boom. All right, everybody. Good conversation. Boom. My brother, we got Mr. Meredith, we got KP, Chris, everybody. What? Yes. So great interview today. All right, guys. Hey, that's our hour. Great conversation. And we will see you next week on the Heavy Metal Podcast. Same podcast time. You just know what time. You just know place down there. All right. Boom.